evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Stafford. They'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the red zone now, Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This will be caught. It's Samuel. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Three and a half to go, 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. The screen pass here to Cohen. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Airing one out for Crowder.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, Newton. And he finds his tight end, Graham. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton swings this out here for Cohen.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They fake the give. Newton steps away to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Stafford
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Newton on first down.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Tyrann Mathieu, the All-Pro, up to make the stop.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Newton. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Newton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Phillip Lindsay.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Ravens have got it.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Deebo Samuel
there to make the grab.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready? Let's go, defense. Go.
Off play action. Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They go jet sweep here with Chark. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 1:52 to play until halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Being chased out left. And Graham on the grab. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 32 on the play. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
5 yards remain on second down.
Newton. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Newton. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. From the red zone now, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again is Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Newton now to throw. He'll buy some time, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and
Chiefs touchdown. Jimmy Graham. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On first down, Stafford here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's a give to Lindsey. 121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Another run by Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On first down, Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. From the 36, Newton steps away. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
20.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Newton. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tariq Cohen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on second down. Stafford.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
From the 24, Newton.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Zadarius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. Newton.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? A crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down. Now it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Stafford now to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Now Stafford. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
8 yards to go on second down.
Newton's going to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Newton. Open space inside the 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustment